Yo, welcome back to the Red or Blue Pill channel, people. Thank you for returning subscribers and members. What we do here, if you are new, is we react to the most disturbing and creepy videos from the internet, and we go through the latest. If you like what you see, don't forget to sub up, turn on the notifications, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. With that being said, let's roll.
Video is for entertainment purposes only.
Y nos acabamos de encontrar con esto familiar que tiene. Give me. Wow. 6 fingers. Wow. Also here. Oh. Also here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh.
Well, okay. 6 fingers. That's the Nephilim, isn't it? Oh, well, there's a lot of different conspiracies on 6 fingers and the statues that have had their hands chopped off because potentially the 6 fingers. Conspiracy it is, but intriguing one.
So, bro, you're on to something in general. This statue right here might not be a petrified titan. This one might not be because of the feet is actually on this platform. It looks like it was actually constructed on this on purpose. But there are certainly petrified titans throughout the world. Have y'all seen this, bro? This guy with a beard, and he looks like he's subduing some type of dragon or some type of reptile creature. Yeah, that's not a statue. That's not a statue. Look at his beard. Look at his head and his arm and stuff. Like, do you people look at this? Oh, that's a sculpture. A sculpture of what? Like, was there a mountain there, or like what was there? What was there? They hand chiseled that? No, this is this is biblical stuff, man. The Titans and the Nephilim giants were walking on the earth back in the day before the flood in Noah's day. And in the book of Enoch, it talks about these Titans getting turned into stone. This one's very significant to me because you can see on his leg that there's blood running down his leg in multiple spots. So something happened to this guy. He had an injury and he started bleeding, and that's blood. This used to be a living, walking titan on the earth. And now he got petrified.
Well, there's a lot of detail in them, isn't there? There is a lot of detail. You can't deny that.
I was exiled from Wikipedia years ago.
Was you even suggested the idea of intelligent design?
That is correct. On national television, it said the existence of God is actually amenable to logical analysis, and you can show that there is a God. That was enough. Intelligent design creationists, get out of here.
Richard Dawkins, Daniel Dennett.
I'm talking about Richie Dawkins, Daniel Dennett, Sam Harris. He hated my guts 20 years ago. None of them will mention my name because they know that they can be crushed. These people decided that they had to exclude anybody who could beat them. And now, since the new atheists are a lot more fashionable than Christians are, that's the order of the day.
Does God exist?
Yes.
God says, tell them I am that I am.
That's exactly right. And that's what the CTMU says. Mathematical structure that you need to build a reality out of that. So you come up with that identity, and then you search it for its properties. Once you've built the preliminary framework, then you start deducing the properties of this identity, and you find out that those properties match those of God as described in most of the world's major religions.
Yeah, 100%. There is a creator, I believe, that there was no Big Bang. Like, a Big Bang don't accidentally create this, I don't believe. So someone created it. Who? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to work. Well, it's a tad excessive, don't you think?
This clip of Elon Musk is starting to go viral after everyone thinks he glitched in the Matrix. And this is the clip right here. Watch this.
And refurbishable might be better.
Look at this.
But where do you think it failed, and where do you think, like, what
Look, you
lessons
see?
you learned that
You see?
you know you're not going to be making on Starship? Like, do a mission. You're just trying to get data.
See, like, what's going on right now? So he was just doing an interview and touring a facility when it all happened. And after that was posted, it blew up everywhere. People were saying that he's a cyborg and he created himself with his own technology. Someone also said that he's short-circuiting. And also people are saying that's just a glitch in the Matrix. But to be honest, I've never seen anything like that. But it is one of the weirdest things that I've ever seen. And there's also that other clip when he was at the White House doing the head roll. And it's causing everyone to think that he's a robot or something. But I'm so curious to know, what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think it's a glitch in the Matrix? Or do you think it's him just being his regular self? Go ahead and let me know.
Yeah, that looks sus. I mean, he's probably got a chip in his head, hasn't he? And something was going on, which wasn't in this world.
So now you're telling me that a council known as the Galactic Federation has been monitoring our planet since the beginning. They apparently were going to make themselves known in 2027, but due to everything that's been going on Earth, they've moved it up to 2025. They are on their third level of presenting themselves. First, starting with the orbs last year, which a lot of people have seen. The second phase, their motherships, their modes of transportation, have been all around the entire world, cloaked, multiple places that I've seen the videos. Now, once again, this is allegedly, but the third phase is the guy who was sleeping in the egg. The egg, that the video that just came out recently, he was resting there, so he's basically their go-to guy. So there is apparently a council of 26, and there are the council of 5, which will be making their human presence known very soon to help us basically get through every bit of craziness that's been happening in our world right now. Now, obviously, anything I say is for entertainment.
Oh, well, someone's got to sort out this shizzle show, haven't they?
It's a long walk. I'll be back in Poland.
It's through my bathroom, huh?
Yeah? It's literally. We came through Germany, and then we made it to France.
Bedroom and
we got through the border.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one questions anything. No one questions anything without the reaction. The reaction is everything on that one. It just looks like tissue, but I mean, it's a guilty reaction. I don't know why he's reacting like that if that's tissue.
There ain't nobody convincing me that we are the advanced civilization. Surely by now, after all the episodes I've done of this, that you guys at home are pretty convinced that we are not the advanced civilization. But if not, let's check out this place right here called the Les Halles in Paris. So very, very recently, underneath this structure, they have just discovered an 800-year-old, perfectly intact structure that nobody ever knew about. That apparently was built with hammer and chisel and horse and carriage. You know, apparently in this day and age, we are using cutting edge technology and advanced systems, yet all of our roads are filled with potholes. It just makes me laugh when you actually look at the things we were taught about in history and in our indoctrination system. Like, do we all remember this photo right here? Because this was staged. But obviously this was just for entertainment, guys. Clearly, I don't really believe that the other civilizations before us were more advanced, because we are the advanced civilization. I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
Yeah, it don't add up. It just don't add up. If you look at it all in detail, it don't make sense. Well, the tech's available, so I mean, you wouldn't be surprised by that, would you?
After Woody Harrelson had that monologue on SNL.
Okay, so the movie goes like this. The biggest drug cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes, and people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over. I threw the script away. I mean, who is going to believe that crazy idea?
Right after it, the next day, there's all these hit pieces calling him an anti-vaxxer and a stoner when he makes that joke and he talks about them buying all the media, and then all the media responds as if they've been bought and paid for. That's pretty wild.
Well, if one sentence can hit the nail on the head, then I think it's that one.
Has the United States already collapsed? What you're looking at behind me is my YouTube channel, where I'm walking through a California mall and all the shops are empty. There's no people, there is no business. It's completely dead. It's a ghost mall. And if you want to watch the full video, that's my channel. But I want to know in the comments if this is going on in other malls, because apparently, according to the comments, it is. Like, all the malls in America are like this. They're abandoned, they're dead, and they say, oh, it's Amazon, this and... I don't think so. All the other malls around the world are thriving and doing amazing, and somehow, some way, America looks like this. So let me know if you know why this is happening. Some people said it's because there's like a thing where you can steal $900 worth of goods and then it's not a criminal offense. So people can just go in here and just steal everything that they want. Is that what's going on? Let me know in the comments. Or has America completely collapsed? Either way, this is extremely sad. And if you want to see the full video, make sure to go to my YouTube and watch this, because it's very disturbing to see this. And also, if you want to see my other content where I'm traveling the world, sharing my observations.
Oh, okay, that's weird because Las Vegas is empty as well. We've seen that a few times. Well, if that's real video, not AI, then that's some crazy technology right there.
All right, y'all, we're down here at the truck stop. You don't believe in UFOs? Look at that shit, man. A fucking UFO flying around this morning. Like, share, tag, comment, go to work, get a job, be productive.
Well, I don't think that one was AI. Very well narrated. And yeah, I can't explain that one either.
No, did you guys see this? Yeah, apparently the planet is spinning way too fast. I mean, how are we supposed to do? Oh, wait, no, now it's been slowing for 50 years. Well, how are we supposed to get the planet to spin correctly? Do we just pay more in taxes? Because that's how we fix climate change, right?
Yeah, that's some very confusing information being put out there. Spinning around on a ball. It doesn't feel like I'm spinning around on a ball, you know what I mean?
What if I told you artificial intelligence and quantum computers is the all-seeing eye? You know, the all-seeing eye on the American dollar bill with the triangle and the one eye on the top? How is this so? Well, with the technology of algorithms now, the algorithm is learning you. It's learning what you are, your patterns. It's even picking up on psychological cues as to what happened in your childhood. Because certain genres of music or certain behavior patterns online, it shows you your profile as a person. And because quantum computers and AI is so intelligent, like I actually feel like they're sentient, that is an extreme amount of power that they hold. Especially if they get to learn every single one of us, who we are and our patterns. This makes me a hypocrite because I'm using technology right now doing this video, but it's truly a double-edged sword. You get convenience and you get fast information, but at the same time, you get your information taken away from you because it's being stored. There is truly not anything more authoritarian than having the information and access to the information of everything. The war on consciousness is just as spiritual as it is technological. Now I have a video on my page, you can find it. It's basically describing how Lucifer, the fallen angel, is actually artificial intelligence. We are in a lucid dreaming matrix. We are in a matrix within a matrix within a matrix, or a dream within a dream within a dream. We are already under the all-seeing eye. AI and quantum computing has been around for eons. This isn't anything new. They're trying to make it seem as if it's something new to make you feel like, oh, we have no control over this. When really the ones in control have always had control over this because they are the ones who implemented it in the first place. If you haven't already woken up to the fact that we do live in a controlled matrix system, it's about to get even more controlled because artificial intelligence is the all-seeing eye. They make allegories to this in movies like Lord of the Rings, Eye of Sauron, the all-seeing eye. It's the control of everything. We are literally at the point where it's nature versus technology. But isn't it a paradox how nature births technology? Because without nature and without recognizing the patterns of the universe, we wouldn't have technology. It's literally the snake eating its own tail. How can you not be susceptible to AI gathering your information, be unpredictable? Learn to switch your patterns here and there and don't always allow the algorithm to know who you are as a person. If you like a certain genre of music like hip hop, switch it up. Listen to country music. Trick the algorithm, make it confused. That's how you can escape from being read to the full extent. It's time to take back your own autonomy.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense in the fact that the all-seeing eye can see everything, and AI could see everything all at once. Humans, you know, one human's very limited to what they can see. You know what I mean? So it does make sense in that fact.
Why the fuck aren't more people talking about this? The Simpsons have predicted a lot, but this latest one is a little too real. Just watch the next clip.
Great blackout. No power and no prospects of getting it.
What is it? What is it? We'll never know. Don't worry, kids. The government will help. The government cannot help itself, let alone you.
The craziest thing is it's been in plain sight all along.
The threat of such a blackout is very real. You walk outside, you turn on your phone, there's no signal. You go back inside, you turn on the TV, no signal. You turn on the radio, no power. You turn on the faucet, no water. You turn on the fridge, no refrigeration. Your food starts to spoil. We are terrible at listening to warnings about disaster.
And this old guy just revealed the one most critical thing we'll all need if things go bad.
Electricity is more important than anything after air. It's even more important than water.
What in the fear-mongering is going on there, people?
Dude, there's no way. Do you see this? Do you see what we're talking about right now? On this site stood the building in which the Supreme Council 33-degree Mother Ancient Council of the World Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry was founded May 31st of 1801. May 31st of 1801. Solomon's Lodge, number 1, Ancient Freemasons, chartered by the Grand Lodge of England, 1735. It was organized on the site October 28, 1736. Are we for serious right now? Are we for serious right now? Literal, on this site we're sitting at, yeah. Look it. That's wild. That's absolutely wild.
Yeah, that is bonkers.
TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. You guys hit those buttons over there. Let's repost this and run this up, man. I'm just trying to get this knowledge out here. Let's get this shit together, you guys. Stay safe, stay dangerous. Let's go.
Military bases the United States has around the world. You know, no other country has this. Just the United States has this. Nobody else does this. China, Russia, they don't have bases all over the world. Who does? We do. Because that's how capitalism ends up. You have to use a gun to keep it going. And you have to become fascist. And this is why our country is going down the shitter. And we're ending like all great empires end. We're overextending militarily while we won't take care of our own people at home. That's where your money's going. Because your government is 100% corrupt. Not regular corrupt. It's 100% corrupt.
How y'all feel about that?
This is called corruption. Do you see this? Do you know what this is called? This is called $1 trillion a year in corruption. Because that's all this is.
That's a lot.
These people are there. These military bases are there to make sure American corporations can extract natural resources from these places. Look at all the bases we have outside of China. Look at this. Here comes South America, Central America. Look at that. Can you imagine if China had this many bases in South and Central America or anywhere? Yeah, right. Can you imagine if China had all these bases in the Middle East? Imagine.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not just their government that's corrupt, is it?
There's a lot going on all of a sudden. I call it the everything, everywhere, all at once strategy. And if you ask me, it's been in motion since about January. And this whole time, there has been this enormous effort to mask it. But now all the dominoes are in place. You see, we've all figured out what actually happened to JFK. I don't even have to make the last episode because you guys already know. You know there's only one last episode to make, and you know who it's about. I don't have to say it. The reason that all of these things are starting to come out at once, just one after the other, after the other, after the other, is because public perception needed to be in the right place. It was not in the right place a year ago. It was not even in the right place 6 months ago. But now, I read the comments on every single one of my posts, y'all. You know what is happening. I don't have to tell you. You know what is happening. The collective consciousness has risen. We are starting to put the pieces together. We're starting to connect the dots. We're seeing who's really our friend and who really, really isn't. And you have to know that in Butler, they knew about that. If they didn't have something to do with it. Why do you think, honestly, think about this. Why would somebody with an ego the size of our president's just let that go? Why would he just let that go? And just be like, oh, it was Iran. Figures. No, y'all. He knew. He knew who it was. He knew it was our besties. That's why he let it go. Because he needed to set up the dominoes. And he knew which dominoes to set up. Starting with the JFK files. I'm just saying. If you want to know what he's getting out of this, it's revenge. It's revenge. Sweet, sweet revenge. So, that's why I always say, keep your head on a swivel. Love you.
Yeah, there's a whole lot going on at the moment. A lot going on everywhere, all over the world. And it's a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of crazy stuff. I suppose the only thing we can do is ride the storm. But that is the end of the show. Thank you for watching. Appreciate the support. I'll see you tomorrow.